In this opportunity, we have sodium chlorate as a reactant and sodium chloride and oxygen as a product. Now we proceed to count the amount of atoms on the left as reactants and the amount of atoms on the right as products. Once we have this, we can notice that we have a number 3 and a number 2 in oxygen. That's why I'm adding a coefficient of 2 in sodium chlorate. This is going to give us a total amount of 6 for oxygen on the left. So to have the same number on the right, I'm adding a coefficient of 3 in oxygen. This is going to change the amount of atoms of sodium and chlorine. And to have the same amount of atoms in the product side, we're adding a number 2. Now our chemical equation is balanced. Now we have a different chemical equation. In this case, we have nitrogen and hydrogen as reactants and the nitrogen tetrahydride as a product. We count the amount of atoms on the left and the amount of atoms on the right. So now we can see we have two different numbers for hydrogen, 2 and 4. That's why we're adding a number 2 in the coefficient for hydrogen in the reactant side. Now hydrogen is balanced. We count the amount of nitrogen and they are balanced too. We're good. This is another example. We have aluminum reacting with oxygen, and as a product we have aluminum oxide. We count the amount of atoms on the left and the right. Now we can add a number 3 in the coefficient of oxygen and a number 2 in the coefficient for aluminum oxide. Now we have the same amount of oxygen on the left and the right. Now this is going to change the amount of atoms for aluminum on the right. So we only add a number 4 on the left. This is another example. We have as reactants ethylene and oxygen, and as a product we have carbon dioxide and water. We proceed to count the amount of atoms on the left and the right. Then we notice that we don't have the same amount of carbon. That's why we decide to put a number 2 as a coefficient for carbon dioxide. Now we have the same amount of atoms on the left and right for carbon. We need to fix the oxygens. So I'm adding a number 2 in water. That's gonna change the amount of oxygens for 6. So we add a coefficient of 3 in oxygen on the left. So now we have 6 and 6 for oxygen, 2 and 2 for carbons. We count better for hydrogen and we have the same amount too. So now our equation is balanced. Thank you for watching.